Welcome to Connect Church Community Online. Excited to be back with you today. We're going to be talking about Crown Me Part 2. Crown Me Part 2. Everybody talking about Happy New Year, talking about, well, this year I'm going to do this, or I'm going to be better at this. And as we think of it as Christians, we think that we want the Lord to be invited into our year, and we want to make the best of it. And we talked about last week about checkers and how when you crown the checker, it's like it can go every way, and it's like we want to unleash all the possibilities, all the connections with God, with people, and your purpose in life. And so we're excited. Let's talk about Psalm 65:11 again. Thou crownest the year with goodness. There's good all around. Even though we see the bad and sometimes the news and everything focuses on it, we see that there's goodness. And it says that our paths that drops fatness. I mean, it has its overflow. Our carts are overflowing with plenty. That we have more than we can even imagine, and yet we're still seem to be unhappy sometimes. You crown the year with goodness. Your carts overflow with plenty. And so when we begin to looking at this year, how is he going to crown this year? And what does it even mean by crown? I mean, some people and some pictures here are saying like the top of the field, when you see that the wheat is in bloom, it's just like on top, like hair just shining white or whatever, as you go across miles and miles of farmland, as you see the fruit being crowned like in a harvest. And let me tell you, he knows exactly what he is doing. He is in control. And as we said last week, we're going to talk about it this time with 5 Hebrew words and 2 Greek words that we get the word crown from. And so when we began to look at this, and I won't even try to pronounce them. I mean, it's like, I'm from Alabama, and I try to get these words, but it's like quadruple. This first word, which means the crown of your head. I mean, it means like the top of your head, the scalp, the pate, as it were. And it said, and when it means it's like even not just your head, but to show your head and your neck as you bow down and show humility, maybe even to royalty, as it says it could be royalty. We'll see a little bit later. But we see here that it is amazing that how we can humble ourselves and bend the body. I mean, we see Jacob in his prophecy concerning his sons, and it said it would be all on the head of Joseph as leadership here. They will crown him the prince among his brethren. And so you can see that the scalp, this pate, come down, even talking about in judgment in several places, that it'll come down on your own head, okay? And so you can see with this first word. Well, the second word in Hebrew is there, which is like a wreath or a chaplet. It's something spread on the top. Kind of like if you're in a house and you've got crown molding. It's something that is decorative. It's on the top. And so it's like a border that goes around, and you could see it. It may have like a wreath-like appearance, like a crown. And so when you see this, it's bound around somewhere. It's kind of like, the Ark of the Covenant had this on it in Exodus 25:11. The Ark of the Covenant represented the presence of God, but yet at the same time, it was overlaid with a crown of gold, a molding that was on the top. And so you can see that, and that's the way our life, our year, it's not just at the top that we want to bow down to the Lord and give the year to Him, but also we want it to be decorative. We want the appearance of this crown. We want the presence of God in our lives if we want Him to crown us. And then the third word is nezer, to be set apart. It's more like a dedication to the priest, okay, and the priesthood. you'll see Aaron, Exodus 25, and so when you see Exodus 29, I'm sorry, you'll see it's like put the holy crown on his head with the Aaron and the priesthood. When it's talking about this, it's a dedication. Even the Nazarite vow, if you go back to a symbol of consecration, may this year be a symbol of consecration. May this year be the year that we consecrate our lives to Him so He can crown us. And so a separation, whether it's Nazarite vow, to not cut your hair, not to drink strong drink, and not touch dead, anything that's dead, all these things. You're setting apart yourself. Maybe this year we need to set apart from some of these impurities, some drink, some food, set apart our life for the purpose that God has for us as the holy crown on the head, even of a priesthood that's saying, you know what, I'm His servant, and I'm going to let Him use me this year. A tara, crown in the usual sense that we would think crown, means to encircle. It's actually a term of war where offense or defense is circling around, and so where we get the crown, it circles around the top of your head to compass, as it were, around your head. Crowness, crown, all these words, crown, the bestower of crowns, as you see this. And then the last word in the Hebrew is it's like a circlet, kether, which means like a royal diadem, to enclose, to crown, to beset around, just like kind of like in the other word on that. And so when you see those 5 Hebrew words, what can we do from those words that will help us to let God encircle, to crown our year, to be in every part of our year? What can we do in these areas in this? And I just want you to know, as we talk about these 5 words today, may we get a hold of this and think about what God can do to crown this year. Thank you for listening, and God bless you.